So, I don't really know how to start this video, but mining in Motherlode Mine certainly is not the way. But still, here we are. Just wanted to say that this video will only sort of encapsulate the quest itself and the 10 HP sort of strategies that we go about doing it with. I won't be covering Favor and the prerequisite quests, apart from this clip. For fuck's sake, what is this? Please be good.
No way! No way! I looked at Spotify, bro. No way!
Oh, and probably this clip as well.
Unholy Book's the Zamarek one, isn't it? And I have to get the pages, don't I? Oh, I didn't. No, don't hit a 10. Oh, God.
Alright, now we're past the 2 clips that needed to be in this video. Thanks to my Discord. A Kingdom Divided is a quest that goes largely forgotten, despite the fact that its rewards are pretty much best in slot for bossing. But this quest, this single quest, is the most sought after quest in the entire game for 10 HP accounts. And for years, we've not had a way of doing it, until the Wilderness boss rework. And I'll expand on this with our first boss, the Judge of Yama. Now this boss is kind of a pushover, except the part where he's immune to literally anything. So how do we deal with it? Simply put, the Ursine Chain Mace solves most of our problems. The special attack does 20 damage over the period of 6 seconds. The 20 damage done over time doesn't grant any XP at all. All you need to do is hit the initial hit, meaning that we can take the HP XP required to kill Yama down from 346 to anywhere between this. Now's probably a good time to explain to you guys that 10 HP accounts have a currency that we use that you might not think about, as 10 HPs are generally only considered fair when they hit 11 HP. We have 204 HP XP to play around with as soon as we start our character. Not me though. About 5 or so years ago, I think I punched a man or something and lost 9 HP XP. As a currency, not very well spent. And in terms of spending, a Kingdom Divided will require us to spend a mammoth amount of HP XP. To make matters worse, I only have about 3 or 4 attempts for both of the bosses in this quest. So the risk of me ruining my account is very real. Which means I need to practice a lot. And that's just what we'll do.
I'm back. So I had to go book a few therapy sessions. I was securing a international trade deal, and then I also went outside to think about my life for 5 minutes. And now we're back though.
I don't like that one. I do like this one though.
No! No! Shit.
Oh, man. So in order to not have a repeat of my last attempt, we were going to practice some more. I was employing the exact same strategy as last time though, only moving up if the gap between the firewall is within 1 tile either way of me. As neither of the bosses in this quest regenerate any HP at all, I could take as long as I needed, and as Yama will only knock you back every 25% of his HP bar, I only needed to do this 4 times. But as is the nature of a 10 HP account, if I got hit by the Flame War tool, it was curtains. There was no way of surviving this. Which means as soon as I committed to a kill, the pressure was on. And this is the boss that I deemed a pushover, so you can only imagine what's up next. Now, if you thought that I was going to dodge flame walls for, you know, hours upon hours, days, maybe even weeks just to preserve my account, you'd be wrong.
Okay. Got this, champ. I hope so.
This would be our gear going into the Judge of Yama fight. As we wouldn't be taking any direct damage from the Judge of Yama, all we had to do was prioritise prayer bonus. The Ursine Chainmace spec would be literally our only way of doing damage. Therefore, we use that in conjunction with the Lightbearer. The Lightbearer allows us to regenerate 100% spec in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, meaning that this boss fight could be over in 15 minutes, assuming that every special attack hits. In order to preserve the most amount of HP XP, we'd be brewing down our strength level to 1, or even lower for that matter. When my strength level surpasses 3, I open up the possibility to hit a 3, assuming that I'm on the attack style, which is what we'd be using. Therefore, we'd be using this inventory setup to be able to regulate my strength level. Now, it might seem a little bit over the top to care so much about one strength level, but the difference between hitting a 1 or a 2 and hitting a 3 adds up very quickly when we're hitting a boss so many times. We can't do anything about hitting a 1 or a 2, but we can do something about hitting a 3. And as for every 1 damage we do, we're paying 1.33 HP XP. It's really just a no-brainer. Now, onto the fight. As this method requires a lot of waiting around, I will be speeding through a lot of it, but stopping and slowing down when something important happens, or if I say something that is appropriate. While this might not be good for viewing experience, I do want this to be a guide for other people. After we get past the first flame wave, we start off the boss fight by using a poison dynamite. We're hoping for a hit of 3 here.
A 3, okay.
And luckily, we get it. Unfortunately, the same can't be said about my 2 Ursine specs.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, now we wait for a long time. That's the first hit. When does he next... Is the next spec is when he's going to knock me back, isn't it?
Every time I was going to attack, I'd drink a Saradomin brew and then a super attack to get my attack back up. But looking back at how I did it now, this was a mistake. I should wait until 100% spec before I do this.
Wait, I hit a 3. Why am I hitting 3s?
But this wasn't the only mistake I'd made. As you could hear, I hit a 3, and that wasn't supposed to happen. Something was wrong here, and we had to work it out unless I wanted to lose more HP XP than I needed to. After passing this flame wall, we had to work out how to fix this.
Okay, alright. No, it shouldn't have strength bonus. That's what Neff used. Right, we're taking off the Dragon Bone. Oh, fuck.
As you can tell, I'm pretty stressed out at this point. Everything should be going to plan and it's not, and we still hadn't really worked out the reason for this.
Strength, I was using strength, that was it. I was using strength, I even thought about this earlier.
Despite this being something I spoke about earlier, I was using the strength attack style rather than the attack style. Even if I used the defense attack style, I would be fine. But the strength was the one bad option that I could have chose, and I accidentally had it on.
That's annoying. Fuck, man. Okay, no more mistakes from now. Okay. I'm gonna get teleported soon. I was slow on that. Okay. Oh, dude. The attack option, bro. Someone's got to remind me next time, when we were at Zamfer, about that. I can't believe it. I'm so annoyed. I know it's spilt milk now, but I have time to speak. Like... Oh, man, that's gonna haunt me. I'm not gonna do that again, though. Oh, I still had that on. That's a bit bad. Well, that's alright. Not the end of the world. I lost a bit more prayer than I needed to.
What I'm talking about here is something that I didn't mention earlier, and I probably should, because we'll be using it on this boss and the next one. Every time that we go to attack, we put on the attack prayer. Not piety or rigor or whatever those are. We use incredible reflexes, which is a level 34 prayer, but the thing is, it only increases your attack, whereas the others increase your strength, which would allow the possibility of hitting a 3. And when every hit matters, this helps.
That was a 2, unfortunate. What quest is this? A Kingdom Divided. A quest that everyone seems to forget about. I think next spec he's gonna knock me back, isn't he? We're home. We're home free, boys. Oh, you know. Sorry, I'm not gonna freak out yet.
Now that I'd passed the 4th fire wave, I was pretty much home free. There was nothing else that could really kill me unless I ran out of prayer.
I can still misclick. You sound tired, bro. I'm stressed. There's a difference. That's a hit. And that's another hit. Oh, okay. Oh, it's done. Get f***ed, you stupid demon. Oh, God. World's third, let's go. True. Oh, one down, dude. So Zamfer this, but Zamfer is, in comparison to this, Zamfer is crazy. Zamfer is very scary.
Now, this was no word of a lie. And luckily, the foundation for this boss fight had already been set. Both Nephiliad and Hip Hop had both attempted this boss, only one of which, Nephiliad, being successful. And while I wouldn't say that this boss was the most mechanically intense thing that you could do, there was definitely a reason that people don't attempt this. Zamfer boasts a hit point level of 450. In comparison, Judge of Yama, which we just killed, has 260. Doing that 260 damage took us 25 minutes. And Yama, in comparison, is a pushover. It was incredibly chill compared to what would be going up against next. Zamfer uses magic, has a max hit of 18, has 2 special attacks, one of which summons 2 adds, 2 crawling hands, both of which max hit a 6 and use melee. Zamfer also has the equivalent of the Wook's Walked Vorkath attack, meaning that every tick the tile I'm standing on would be attacked, meaning I'd have to move while there's 2 hands summoned, while he's hitting me with magic that can max at 18, all while I have 10 hit points. Now, I'm actually not being honest with you, because Zamfer isn't the next boss. That's an assassin, but we don't really care about assassins, and they're kind of easy, so we'll be skipping over that. So, like Yama, Jagex did their best to make Zamfer immune to pretty much everything. So this means we'd be using the exact same method of damage, which was the Ursine Chainmace, yet again. But unlike Yama, we could actually practice the combat on this boss by using a main account, simulating the stats of my 10 HP by brewing down, and then going through the boss fight over and over again until I was confident enough to do it on my 10 HP. After 5 successful attempts with no chances on the main account, it was time to do it on my 10 HP. But before that, we had to go over the lure, the inventory setup, and the method itself. Thankfully, as I wasn't the first person to attempt this, Hip Hop already had a video on the lure. It was simply done by dragging Zamfer all the way to melee range near the gate, after which you'd wait for the hands to spawn. Unfortunately, it's never certain what special attack that Zamfer will use first, and this time it was the one-tick attack. But here we can see the method to dodge this. One massive piece of advice that Hip Hop gave me was to not stop moving until I was 100% sure the hands had stopped, and this saved my life on multiple occasions. Zamfer then summoned hands, which we would then special attack. We only want to have one hand because this makes Zamfer never do this special attack again. As long as one hand survives, Zamfer will only use the one-tick attack. We then safe spot the hand, as shown in the video. Throughout the entire duration of this boss fight, we'd be eating purple sweets after every attack, and whenever we had free time. They would be our only method of healing, apart from something else that I'll show you later. Now that I've shown you the lure and the method, all we have to show you now is the inventory and the reason for the items in there. We'd be bringing the following: purple sweets, our main food, an imbued heart for higher magic defense, 1 to 2 Guffix rests because we would be getting chanced within these attempts. And for me, I took 9 prayer potions, but depending on your prayer level this might be different. The boss fight is more than likely going to take about an hour or more, so put on just magic protection and see how long each dose would last you. I'd then bring 6 super attacks and double as many Axeman's Folly. If you've never heard of an Axeman's Folly before, I don't blame you. But it is a keg that can be made through brewing, or bought on the Grand Exchange. It increases woodcutting by 1, heals 1 hit point, and lowers strength and attack by 3. Which means, for every 2 sips of Axeman's Folly that you do, you'd want to take 1 sip of super attack. But it is important to note that not all of these items will fit in your inventory, so you will have to make the decision as to what you want to bring more or less of. As for me, I brought less Axeman's Folly, because it was more important to me that I survived the boss fight, rather than conserved more hit points. And to quickly go over the inventory setup, we took full Justy and as much prayer bonus as we could possibly get. We also took an Elysian Spirit Shield, because Justy and Elysian Spirit Shield stacked together make Zamfer max for a 5, and that's when the Elysian Spirit Shield effect doesn't proc. Otherwise, he'll only be hitting 3s and 4s on you. Prayer Cape is really good for this, and Light Bearer is almost essential. Now, without further ado, we would be getting into the actual Zamfer attempts. With a limited amount of HP experience left, these had to count. But would they?
At least I didn't attack anything, huh? Okay, we're fine. I forgot to close Twitch chat, so I'm hoping nothing goes wrong here. Oh. Oh, I f***ed up. It's fine. 9 XP is whatever, it's fine. It's alright. No worries. That wasn't too far into it. That's not too bad. I've got a skills necklace. Oh my fucking god. I've got like 2 or 3 more chances, basically. I'm not gonna do it today, though. I don't have time. Fucking skills necklace. Holy fuck, man. Oh. No. Hey, bro. There we go, boys. It's done. Thank you, boys. I appreciate you.
So that was it. I completed the quest, I've got Frow's, and with Frow's, I've now unlocked a completely absurd amount of content that I can't wait to share with you guys. But there's one thing that's a problem. I have 75 HP XP left. How did this happen?